me. Woo! You know, I've got one for you guys. What do you call a guy with no arms and no legs you throw in the water? Yeah, not so funny right now, is it, huh? I really love this contest. Stand up with a job. One thing I can't do and the other thing I don't have. I think you can figure those two things out. You know, I got into comedy by Make-A-Wish. We kind of had a little miscommunication because I told them I want to stand up, and they thought I wanted to do stand up. It didn't quite work out at that. But I know the question everybody has right now, and I just want to get it answered right now. I get my hair cut at Cost Cutters. You know, they've got a nice punch card program I just love. But I know everyone's always curious, you know, how I became disabled. And there's a variety of reasons. I mean, maybe it was car, motorcycle, maybe I was, you know, mountain climbing or biking, maybe it's farming or, you know, work construction, or, you know, maybe I was born this way. So it could be any one of those, right? I'm not dead, right, people? Yeah. Thanks. You guys barely know me and you think I suck at everything I do. Now, the one thing that's interesting, of course, is I get kids coming up to me, you know, asking the questions, and I like to just use that time to educate them. So what I usually do then, I just look straight in their eyes and I say, "What the hell are you talking to strangers for?" But then, of course, I get adults coming up to me, and they'll say, "How did you lose your legs?" "Ah, shit, I just have." No one knows. They got to be here somewhere. Now, this cushion, this is a new cushion. This baby is slick. It's heated. Yep. I turn it up to 10, and it's like chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Anybody watch the Science Channel? Yeah. Well, I really don't care. I need a transition to talk about Stephen Hawking, okay? As you know, Stephen Hawking just passed away. And a lot of you probably figure a lot of us disabled folks are saddened because of that. And, you know, not really. No. Finally, someone else is going to be able to win that Disabled Person of the Year award. I mean, that one guy about 8 years ago, that one disabled Olympic runner, I forget his name, I think it's Peg Runner or, Blade Runner, yeah, Blade Runner. He almost won it, but he shot whatever chance he had of winning it. Okay, I'll go to the next one. Quickly here. Sorry about that. I did one of those DNA testing, me and my wife, and hers came back like 20% European and 5% pain in the ass, you know? Yeah, I got mine back though, yeah. It was 50%. Spot on, I thought. To be completely honest with you guys, I do want to admit, I do belong to AA, Amputees Anonymous. We're not too good on the anonymous part, as you can see. And then, you know, you're familiar with the 12-step program? 0 steps. No steps whatsoever for us. And when we turn ourselves around, I mean, we're literally just doing a 360. And then to save any confusion from meeting locations between the two AAs, we actually meet at a bar. Now I'm married, and I'm married to an able-bodied person. Got one of those standing version ones, you know? She's very wheelchair accessible, though. She is short, and I can reach everything. I mean everything. And we've been married for 30 years, so basically, she went handicapped and didn't go back. celebrity somewhat because everyone's, you know, looking at me. I always got to be on top of my game because I just don't get out of bed looking this good. Now sometimes I do shows at American Legions, and you know they get tricky in the summertime for me because at my height I start seeing a whole other kind of privates. And some nice foxholes too, but now with winter going a little longer now and then, my PSA video that I did for the DNR still play. I did one for thin ice. Yep. I'm perfect for the road. They just had me out of my wheelchair, sitting on the lake, waving my hands, saying, thin ice, I fell through. Okay, I'm gonna end on this one. I've got a bucket list, and the number one thing on my bucket list is I would just love to just once get a good aerial view of a cleavage. My name is Knutson.